9 foods, only popular in the former Soviet Union. 1. Buckwheat. Kasha. Buckwheat is a grain that originates in Asia, but Asian cuisine has different uses for it. Buckwheat noodles are popular in Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, Eastern Europeans prefer buckwheat groats. Buckwheat is boiled to produce kasha. In the U.S., it's mostly eaten by Ukrainian and Polish communities. It used to be a popular crop until the early 20th century. Then it fell out of favor, and now farmers don't plant it. 2. Torig. Tvorig is a type of grainy Eastern European curd cheese. It's not only eaten raw, but used in numerous dishes. Tvorig is somewhat similar to cottage cheese, but it's very popular for sweet dishes. Interestingly, Eastern Europeans don't consider it a type of cheese. Tvorig is viewed as a separate type of dairy. 3. Salted herring. Salted herring is a traditional Norwegian thing, but it's immensely popular in the former Soviet Union. The biggest difference is that it's sold whole. Russians and Ukrainians normally buy the entire fish. Then it's cut into pieces and often served with sunflower oil. It's a popular food to go with vodka. 4. Varenye. Varenye is a type of whole fruit preserve. It's like jam, except the fruits are not macerated. Varenye doesn't contain gelling agents either. Whole fruits are simply cooked in syrup. The resulting food is preserved in jars. Varenye can be made of any fruits or berries. In Belarus, it's even made of vegetables, such as carrots. There are varenyes made from green pine cones and rose petals. It's eaten with desserts, or sometimes added to tea. Raspberry varenye is a folk medicine for colds. 5. Kass. This is a fermented cereal-based beverage. It has a negligible alcohol content and is considered a soft drink. Kass is typically made from stale bread. It's popular as a refreshing drink in the summer. There are also kvass-based dishes. The most common is a krashka, a kind of cold soup. 6. Mushrooms. In English, mushrooms usually refers to Agaricus bisporus. It's the white mushroom you'll find at the grocery store. But in Eastern Europe, mushrooms come from the woods. Russians, Poles, Ukrainians, and others go mushroom hunting. They pick dozens of kinds of edible mushrooms. Some are stir-fried and added to soups, stews, or kasha. Others are dried and used as flavoring. Still others are salted and consumed with vodka. 7. Dried fish. This food is popular in Central Asia and parts of East Europe. Fish is simply dried out by the sun and wind. It's often heavily salted too. The resulting food comprises whole, flat, salty fishes. They're very tough, but they don't spoil. It's a very popular beer snack. 8. Sushki. These are small, mildly sweet, crunchy bread rings. They used to be a traditional tea-time food in Russia, but in the Soviet Union, sushki were mass-produced. They became so popular, they're still sold everywhere. Sushki are a kind of comfort food. They're also very cheap and beloved by children. Sometimes they come sprinkled with poppy seeds. 9. Brined pickles. These aren't gherkins or dill pickles. These are cucumbers fermented in brine. Lots of herbs are added to the brine for flavor, but there's no vinegar, only water and salt. Brine pickles don't have to be small either. As you might have guessed, brine pickles go with vodka.